Okay, so preparing for the persuasive or argumentative essay. They mean the same thing. So first, we need to argue for, and then we add our textual evidence, and we argue against, and we also need textual evidence. So on this chart, I want you to write down, if you're arguing for, then you're going to write it in this box. So you'll say, I am arguing for chocolate ice cream, and I'm arguing against vanilla ice cream. In this box, you're going to write a piece of textual evidence. So you could say, chocolate is a better flavor because blank. And then you could say, vanilla isn't a great flavor because blank. And you'll write the same thing here, another piece of evidence and another piece of evidence against. But remember, when you're writing your claim, so we need to scroll down, when writing your claim, we'll have an although statement. So in the although statement, we're going to say, although vanilla ice cream is a tasty ice cream flavor, chocolate ice cream is a better flavor because it goes well with more toppings or something like that. So you need to make a strong argument. So you still need to say something nice about the counterclaim. You still have to say something that can be supportive, because if you're just saying negative things about the counterclaim or what you're arguing against, then no one's ever going to believe you, because they believe that you only see things one way. You need to be a little bit more level and see things one way and another way, okay? And then here, you'll write the two pieces of evidence. So now, when we read articles, we're able to pull the evidence right out of the article. But for these scenarios, for these writing scenarios, you're going to have to come up with evidence on your own. So that's why we choose scenarios that relate to real life experience. So now, let me show you. First of all, are there any questions for this worksheet? Oh, good question. So in the boxes up here, we don't need to write in full sentences. You're just going to write little bullet points. So just put a little dot and write down a few facts about each, the argument for and argument against, okay? Yeah, you don't need full sentences. And then you'll write your although statement, which is found in what paragraph? Right, the introduction paragraph. It'll be at the very end. Okay. And this is what it should look like, your essay template, okay? So the introduction paragraph, and you can't forget, don't forget to include the although statement, which we just talked about. State your position on the topic, and you have to mention both the claim and counterclaim in the introduction paragraph. In body paragraph 1, you must restate your claim and support it with at least 2 pieces of textual evidence, which, like I said, in an article you'll find it in the story, and you'll write down the lines where you found it or the page number, whatever it may be that we're working with. But for this, you're going to come up with your own. And body paragraph 2, same thing. Restate the claim and provide your evidence, okay? And then in your conclusion paragraph, once again, restate the claim and then the counterclaim and make a concluding statement. And you're going to restate your position on the topic once again. Okay, remember what I said about what's that word? Not restate, not rewrite, but it also starts with an R. Repetition. Good. Repetition, repetition, repetition. It's important. And these are the requirements for the essay. So it needs to be a minimum of 4 paragraphs, which you already know, your introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. But if you feel strongly about this topic, then maybe you'll add in an extra body paragraph to give us more details. Okay, details are also important because it gives your argument a strong support system. You need to have this typed and double-spaced and in 12-point font, Times New Roman, that's the name of the font, and follow the conventions of standard written English, which just means write the way that we've always learned how to write, complete sentences, proper punctuation, and of course, correct your spelling and grammar. And as you know, the computer does a lot of that for you, so you should have an almost perfect paper in terms of spelling and grammar. And it needs to be handed in on time. It's due April 17th. So we have a week to work on the outline.